bet you're wondering what's in the box. You'll just have to stick around to the end of the video and see. So I guess that's what I get for saying it's been quiet, because I got a few things I've got to do at the laundromat this morning. I've got to fix one side of my change machine. It's not taking dollar bills, or it's not taking any bills whatsoever. I found a couple of pieces of plastic, like broken pieces of plastic, in the bill stacker yesterday, and I didn't really pay much attention to it. I kind of just passed it off, and I don't know why I did that. I just did. And today, or over the night, as I kept a monitor on the laundromat, I kept seeing, you know, the right side of the change machine go down and the left side hadn't moved. And people always use the left side because, you know, it's closest to the door. So we got that to fix, and a few other things. Got to clean this place up, and we'll get back to it. What is all this in the floor? As of yesterday, we went ahead and switched everything over from the Coke machine and condensed it all into the cold drink machine. We've got Coke, Pepsi, Coke Zero, Mountain Dew, Dr. Pepper, water, Sprite, and Sunkist, which will be Fanta soon. And I've got to fix this ninth slot. I had a video recorded of, well, sorry, thought I was recording of me swapping these around and showing you how to put the new labels in. But guess who forgot to hit record? This guy. But the reason why we went ahead and decided to condense down to that machine, first off, it's going to free up real estate. Second off, that's something less that I have to keep up with. I have to maintenance. It really wasn't making sense to have both of them going because Coke sells way better than Pepsi. We were having to fill up the Coke machine long before we were having to fill up the Pepsi machine. So it just made sense to condense them, and I condensed them in the what I thought was the better machine. Hands down, I think the cold drink machine is a way better machine. So that's the reason why we condensed those down. And unfortunately, like I said, I forgot to hit, or I didn't hit record. I thought I hit record, so I lost a good 15 minutes of what could have been potential footage. But you may have already guessed by now what's in the box. But if you haven't, I've got to get a little change out, and that might give you a hint. I've not got my wife's keys today. She kept them in her car, and I forgot to get them out when I left. So I can hit the 4 40-pounders in the back, the 160-pounder, and I can hit all the dryers. So this week, coming from a week off work, I'm going to look into putting together the resource website that I had talked about in my previous video, because that's something I really want to put together. I want to be able to, I want these people that just starting out in their laundry industry or laundry business to not have to go too far to search for things, to not have to guess. To have some free insight. I seen the other day that one of these laundry mentors or gurus, whatever you want to call them, and granted, the dude is knowledgeable. I've listened to him. I've looked at his stuff. He's very knowledgeable. But I got on his website and was just floored at how much he charges people for consultations. A 1 hour call is $300. A consultation, I believe is what it's called, was $1,000. And I was just floored by that. I mean, I understand people's, money can be made off anything, but I want to do my part, and I want to try to offer everything I know as, gosh, I suck today. Anyways, I want to be able to offer what I've gained in my knowledge and things I've learned through trial and error, etc. I want to be able to offer that on a free platform that's easy accessible and that people can really feel welcome and open just to ask questions. So I went ahead and shut the back door, and I went ahead and shut this door since my attention's going to be focused on this. I don't need anybody sneaking up on me. I don't need anybody screwing around with something they don't need to be screwing with, since I can't really keep an eye on the cameras. But I noticed throughout the night that this side was getting lower and this side wasn't touched, and I normally would maybe pass that off as a coincidence. Definitely would have counted it off as a coincidence had it been reversed and this one been low and this one been full. People always use this one because it's the first one they come to, but I noticed it hadn't moved last night or moved any. And like I said earlier in the video, last night I noticed some plastic pieces in it, but I just didn't really pay much mind to it because I looked in the stacker. Nothing was wrong with the stacker. There was quite a bit of money in the stacker, and I didn't think to check the light. It is flashing once, and it's got a troubleshooting guide here. Flashes once, bill path jammed. So, in the 3 years, 2.5, 3 years that we've owned this, I've never had this bill, neither one of these bill validators, any kind of problem out of them. I do have backup bill validators, but they're at my house. My parents were having an issue, so I took all mine that I had so that they could get theirs fixed and get back on the road, because they don't have a dual change machine like we do. They do at the other laundromat, but their main laundromat they don't. So we need to get them back up and running, because the change machine is the lifeblood of the place, as we all know. But let's go ahead and tackle this. I'm hoping it should be an easy fix. It's been a while since I've had any kind of validator apart. I'm thinking that this pulls up and out. That would be right. And there's the issue. So there's the plastic pieces that I found yesterday. See if you can zoom in on, or see if you can see that. I have no idea what it is. It just looks like something that's really stuck up in there. And as far as I can tell, there's nothing broke in that. It's high time though this thing gets it clean, that's for sure. It's like them old mouse balls back in the day. I don't know if any of you as old as I am and remember that, or older than me, but them mouse balls would get that stuff on there and they just would not roll for nothing. So that's a project I'm gonna do soon. I'm gonna pull this whole change machine out and clean everything up and get it going. But let's put the validator back in there. We'll cycle it off, cycle it back on. Now let's go out here and check that. Not quite, so let's pull it back out and look at it. I ain't got no alcohol here or anything that not harsh, and that isn't not so harsh. I don't know what there's the word. I don't have anything here that is gentle enough to use on this, so hate that squeaky door. Now I'm getting 5. What does 5 mean? Magazine removed. Oh. Duh. You know I've did that before. You know I've done the same thing before. Screwed with a bill validator for I'd say 5 minutes before I realized that I just had the magazine, or the stacker as I call it, off. And we're back up and running. So I don't know if that was, somebody being stupid, or if it might have just been a little kid playing around. But crap like that happens, and it's as simple as that. It's as simple as that right there. Which there was two other pieces all the way back in the back of that magazine behind the bills. So that's why I really didn't pay much attention to it, but you'll know quick when something's wrong with the laundromat. We'll open this up together here. Have you guessed what it is yet? Let's just hope it's not broke. Oh, Lord. Why would you do me that way? Ordered packing peanuts. Lord, this thing's been stacked on and everything else. Nice. I hate packing peanuts. Dang, that thing's heavy. Oh my God, these are gonna go everywhere. Fit right there. It's the very reason I hate packing peanuts. Let's see. Did it come with any kind of instructions? So, no instructions, huh? The accumulation button. Alright, let's. Oh, that's so neat. So that's what them extra belts are for. Okay, so quarter. That's on quarter. So this thing's supposed to be able to count, I think, 2,300 quarters a minute. But you can also separate change with it. So I'm gonna try that. So there you go. There's one entire hopper. Okay. Let's hit it. That way it don't get too heavy. Start. Now that is worth its money. That is crazy that it counted pretty much 450 ish dollars. That's what I'm on with. I can't, let's see, half of 1800's 900. So you're looking at about 475, 450 ish of quarters that went through that. And then what, it took a minute, if that. And can you believe that I paid 200 and some, I think $210, $220 for this, and I paid $100 for this piece of garbage. Holy crap at the difference. That is just, that's mind-boggling. That is worth its weight in gold. It'll probably be sometime next week, once I'm off work, that we get our new system in place. I don't think my wife's too thrilled about it, but it's after this whole losing the quarters all the time, it really showed me that our system wasn't as great as I thought it was. But that's it for the day. Thanks for watching. If you liked the video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed, consider subscribing. There's always something going on in the laundromat. So thank you and God bless.